Good afternoon, everyone here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So thank you for joining us for our part 2 video. If you did not check out our part 1 video, make sure you check that out because that's going to be everything we did here in Animal Kingdom in the morning with all the shows that we saw and just going around and seeing some characters. So now we're going to get into part 2 where we see the rest of the park that we did not get to see yet. So come along and join us here in the chat first for the rest of our day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom on June 14th, 2022. For dinner, we're here at the Rainforest Cafe. Now, there are 2 Rainforest cafes on Disney property. Sorry for the lighting, of course it's dark in here. There is one at Disney Springs, which I've been there before. I went in 2017. And then there's one that is right by the exit in the entrance of Animal Kingdom where we are today. So that is the one we went to today. So we are at the Animal Kingdom one for the Rainforest Cafe. And so we're taking a break. We have an earlier type of a reservation. We had a 4 o'clock reservation today. We got them pretty fast. There's pros and cons to early reservations. Earlier reservations sometimes dips into activities that are happening during the day. So for example, with Finding Nemo the musical and with Lion King, we got to the parks a little bit later. We got there in the 11 o'clock hour, a little bit before 11:30, because we wanted to not get up at 6:30 today. We got up at 8 instead. We wanted to eat at the hotel, which I showed you guys. We wanted to do that instead. So when we got here, we showed you the bird show. I said we were going to go to see Lion King next. I got it mixed up. We actually saw Finding Nemo the musical next. And then we waited in line for a while for Festival of the Lion King. It was very confusing because we got there in enough time to see the 2 o'clock show. And they told us that, sorry, the 2 o'clock show, we're not letting anybody else in. You have to wait for the 3 o'clock show. So we were waiting a long time outside. We were able to get into some shade. That was a good thing because it would have been way too hot just to wait in the sun. But because we had a 4 o'clock reservation, we couldn't go to a 3:30. Well, 3:30 would have been cutting it, but we couldn't go to the 4 or 5 o'clock show. So there was that. So we got all that in, which is good. But when you do a earlier reservation, like 4 o'clock for dinner, you get more of an evening. Animal Kingdom tonight is only open until 8 o'clock. That's what it's been for a while now. I miss it how it was when Pandora first opened a couple years ago, where you had an evening where you got to see things light up. And if you can come in later, you can do all that type of stuff. But we just wanted a more of a relaxed day. So we are kind of in a way glad it's only open till 8. We're going to see what we're going to do afterwards. We have an idea of maybe going back and just swimming instead of doing any resort hopping like I originally wanted to. But I don't think that's what we're going to do at all. I think we're just going to go back and swim. So I'll show you what we're getting for dinner here at Rainforest Cafe. We didn't really do a lunch because we didn't want to get super full, so we just got street tacos. I know I should have showed you guys, I did it. This is a very, very new thing of how to film in a very crowded park. That is something I thought would have been easier to do because I see so many people doing it. I've done the POVs on the rides before, so that's not a big deal, but it's very different filming in a park with a lot of crowded people. When you stop to try to film or talk, people just get in your way. Some people get kind of rude. They don't realize what you're doing. So that's a new thing. So today I've been a lot better at filming and talking to the camera. Yesterday at Magic Kingdom, there was just no way I could stop and have Julia hold the camera and me talk. There was just too many people like rushing around. There wasn't a lot of good wait areas for me to stop and talk. So hopefully it tastes a little bit better. And I'm going to be doing a room tour I don't know if it's gonna be on this video, a separate video. I did not film the day we got here, so you notice there isn't a video, but so yeah, it was just kind of tough. We didn't want to film the very first day. After flying, we just kind of wanted to enjoy finally being here after 3 years instead of just going on camera. So I'll wait until we get the food and then I'll show it to you guys. We both got the same thing. Looks so good, can't wait to eat it.
Jumbo friends, my name is Jenna and I'll be your safari driver. So it looks like we have an excited bunch right now. I have the best group. So it's raining, which is gonna make it a fun safari because you get to be undercover and see cool animals. So just a few safety reminders before we begin. Please remain seated at all times and keep those arms, hands, feet, and legs inside as well. So you just need to wait to get clearance from the warden and then we'll be all set. So above you is an animal spotting guide. I know I saw some friends who were at Disney World for the first time, so welcome to one of the coolest rides. We're gonna keep this excitement. Be so excited because we're gonna see lots of animals. Sometimes the animals like to be more active during or when after it rains because it's a little cooler for them. So we're gonna finger crossed for the best safari ever. So twin day friends, in Swahili that means let's go. So first we're going to head to the Little Aturi Forest. Here animals are really good at hiding, so we'll have to keep our eye out. Over to the right, we have two okapi. Their legs are black and white striped like a zebra. However, they aren't related to the zebra. Instead, they are more closely related to the giraffe. And this is known by looking at the giraffe and kopi head structures. They're also really shy, so they'll either be alone or they're cute like this in pairs.
This is good fun rain.
Over to the left, we have a black rhino. This is actually one of the smaller African rhino species. They are around 3,000 pounds. They have those two horns on their face. They're made of keratin, which is similar to what's in our hair and nails. They don't have any natural predators, however, humans are their main predator. So they are poached for those horns on top of their heads because it's believed that the keratin in them has health benefits. So it's super important in our conservation efforts to help to educate in order to save those rhinos. Be 16 feet long. So if you don't think that's super long, an adult giraffe, which is one of the tallest animals, can grow to 16 to 20 feet in height. They can also eat up to half of their body weight in just one sitting. And they are fantastic parents, so both mother and father crocodiles will cradle those baby eggs in their mouth to help them hatch and to protect them from predators. We are now leaving the Safi River. We're going to head towards the savannah. But first we see this big tree. This is a baobab tree. It is also nicknamed the upside down tree. That's because it looks like it's upside down because its branches look like roots. It is leafless up to 9 months of the year, and that's because it holds so much water in there. There's also another big baobab tree somewhere else in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Does anyone know its name? The Tree of Life. So smart, friends. Alright, so now we are going to head towards the savannah where some of the more popular African animals may be found. And already we can see a ton out. So let's go take a closer look.
He could be right by you.
Look at all of those animals out. It's a water party. So it looks like there's none super close to us, so we're gonna keep going to get a closer look at them. Because we are on a safari, so we're here to see those animals up close. Migrant animals. Every year about 1.5 million will migrate across Africa. This is called the Great Migration. And they kick up so much dirt and dust because there's so many of them that they can be seen from the space station. So we'll say hello to the zebras. And we're going to give this zebra ahead of us the right of way. Do you see him now?
That one's right there.
What crest did you get this guy right here?
Yeah.
He's literally like,
To the right is one of the larger antelopes. And so these giraffes, we know that they are Maasai giraffes because of the irregular pattern on them. Giraffes will nap for about 30 minutes a day, and they have long 18-inch tongues. They are a purple blackish color to help protect it from the sun. Mother giraffes will give birth standing up, so the first thing that babies experience is gravity. And when those babies are born, they are 6 feet tall, and they can begin walking and running around within an hour of birth. And to the right, we can see those Ankoli cattle along with the wildebeest. Coming up to the left are African elephants. They are the largest land mammal. Females will weigh around 10,000 pounds. Males will be around 12,000 pounds. And they are a matriarchal society, so typically the oldest and largest female will lead. And then the males will be off on their own. Their trunks have over 1,000 muscles in their trunks alone. That's 6 to 7 times more muscles than we have in our bodies. And they will use dirt to cover their bodies to help protect it from the sun, similar to how we use sunscreen. So you can see them using those trunks right there. Pretty cool. This is a flamingo. 2 years after their diet of shrimp, it contains beta carotene, and that's what changes them that pink color. These flamingos can grow to be 3 to 5 feet tall. You can see some of them stretching out. Despite that height, they're only around 5 pounds. And some of them will rest on one foot. They do that to help conserve energy. Big cats to hang out. So here is a male lion. We can tell it's a male because of its mane. So the lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. They do that to let other prides know that this is their territory. They also nap for around 20 hours a day to help conserve energy. We also have some females up there. The females will do most of the hunting. Also, to the right, we have ostrich. So ostrich are the largest bird. They can't fly, so instead they will use their wings to help them change direction when they run around 40 miles an hour. Also, if you see the movie The Lion King, Simba in Swahili means lion, so his name is Lion Lion. True nature right there.
Sadly, we're on our last ride of the day. We are on Navi River Journey here in Pandora, and this is something that is one of my favorite rides to go on. And so what we did is we got in line, so even though the park is now closed, we are able to get on the ride. So join us for our last ride of the night. Good night, Animal Kingdom. Hope to see you real soon. Okay, so we got some snacks we got back from Animal Kingdom. We both got a Mickey ice cream premium bar. That's the ice cream bar. And then we both got a cupcake. I got a confetti cake. Julia also got a Mickey premium bar, and then you got a vanilla cake. Ta-da! Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a room tour that we are in, and we are in Casitas Building 5 on the 4th floor. So that is 54. So that's room 5404, and I'm gonna take you through a tour of the room here at Coronado Springs. Okay, so this is what the room looks like when you walk in. So there is a chair right when you come in where you can sit to tie your shoes. The window is right here up front. And the room is totally remodeled. So when I was in a Coronado Springs room in 2017, the room did not look like this at all. I do not know if I have any pictures of it, but I will at least insert something online. They took away a lot of the theming, and just like in the other resorts like Pop, Century, All Stars, it's gonna be these same beds except not the top part, which is different. So over here, the theming of the room, we have the 3 caballeros, and I know Julia's gonna say I butchered that terribly. And then over here, we've got a Keurig, and they give you Joffrey's coffee, and they're giving us the 50th anniversary blend. Hey Julia, so how do you like the 50th anniversary blend? Is it? She said it's really good. So, and then we got Twinings, I know, I don't know which way technically it is. It's the English breakfast black tea. There are creamers and stuff. Up here they give you the bucket for ice and some cups. Down here is a mini fridge. Beverage, a lot of times they'll just call it a beverage cooler because there's no freezer in there, which, yep, it's a beverage cooler. And so we have it stocked up. We bring water when we come here, minus some of that stuff on the bottom that we've been buying. But what we'll do is in our suitcases, in a gallon Ziploc bag, we'll put 3 in there. And so we brought several of them. We've already used a bunch of them up. And then we just save the baggies that if we were to get more water bottles, we'll keep them. But we stock those all up because we at least bring 1 water bottle with us to the park. You have this really long desk where you can organize things on. They have 2 sets of USB ports and plugs. Here is a light that you can turn on. There's even a light for the Keurig if you'd like that on, with 2 more outlets. So already you have 2, 4, 6 outlets. There's 4 USB plugs here on top. You also have some drawers. You have a chair. This is a joining room. We are not using it, so there's someone staying on the opposite side. Unfortunately though, when you have a joining room, when the person has been playing the TV at night, we've been able to hear it through the door a little bit. There is a trash and a recycling bin. And then we have a really big TV. I put it on the Parks and More channel for the Coronado Springs. So it tells you what today's so it shows you what today's park times were. So we were at Animal Kingdom today. It was 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We just got back. You can stay at the gift shops past 8 o'clock. So we didn't leave there until 9 tonight. And then you have 2 of the beds where you can actually put your luggage underneath, which is really nice to get out of the way. That is something when they've been redoing all these rooms, they've been doing that, and they've been also taking out the carpets. These beds are super, super, super comfortable. We have enjoyed them a lot so far. We've only slept here 2 nights so far, so tonight will be night 3. And so yeah, it's very, very comfortable. The pillows are also very, very comfortable. I really like those. So here we have more switches and more USBs and plugs. So you have 4 more plugs, 4 more USB ports, and then you have 2 lights to turn on both of those for the beds. I can turn those off, and you have a switch here that controls, there is a ceiling fan, which is really nice because these rooms are all on a motion sensor. So when no one's really moving around, sometimes like right here, that's the motion sensor right here. So during the night, the air doesn't really click on a lot because no one's moving around. So we will keep the fan going at night. And then over here is going to be where the bathroom is. Also by the bed, I forgot, you have these reading lights. There are 2 on each side. Julia blinded herself because she didn't realize what those were. And then that's the artwork here. So I'm going to take us into where the bathroom is. And so these are sliding doors, which we really like because it gives us privacy. And so I will turn the lights on over here. There's a little night light too that stays on when these lights are not on. So you have a very, very nice big mirror, and you have these awesome lights that are stripped around the mirror that just makes it great for getting ready in the morning and for having this well-lit area. We love that there are 2 sinks in here. Some might not think that's not a big deal, but it's an extreme big deal. So 2 people could be getting ready at the morning at the same time. The counter space is long enough for you to all stick your makeup on, having maybe toothbrush, toothpaste, and other things all set over here. And that is something that's a huge deal. At Pop Century, when we stayed in 2019, it was a mess getting ready. And I've been at the park all day, so excuse my makeup looking like crap. Which actually has stayed on pretty good, so that's good. So at Pop Century, our stay, we were getting very aggravated at each other because there was only 1 sink. So this, having 2 sinks is such a big deal. There's plenty of room for you to actually store stuff. Let's see, is there anything in here? Nope. But there's plenty of space to store stuff. There is a closet area where there's an iron. There's an extra pillow and blanket up there. Julia's utilizing it to hang up some of her clothes that she doesn't want to get wrinkled. So that's good. And then there's a luggage rack there and an iron for clothing. So there's that. You also have space underneath the sinks that there is a hair dryer underneath that sink. There is Kleenex and toilet paper. Nothing under that sink. And so some of this stuff's ours, so excuse all that. But what they do give you is, there is from their H2O beauty collection, there is the sea salt lotion, there is a mouthwash, they give you a shower cap, And then a vanity kit, which is right here that we were starting to use. There's some Q-tips and stuff. And then in the shower, I'm gonna show you in a moment what is available in there. Here is another makeup mirror that you can spin that way, or if you need it magnetized, you can. And you can see my 50th anniversary phone case, which is kind of blurry, but from Get It Creations. Okay, so I'm gonna show you in a moment what is in the bathroom, and it's another sliding door. So let's take a look at what's in the bathroom. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at what is in the bathroom. So we have a sliding door right here that will slide open. It's a pocket sliding door, so if you want, you can just keep that open. And so here, as Tim Tracker would say, here's the commode. I don't know why he does that. He always says, oh, here's the commode, instead of just saying, like, here's the toilet. I don't know. But in Tim Tracker words, then, here's the commode. There is the toilet paper. We just had housekeeping today. So there is something that shows up on your My Disney Experience app when you check in on your phone, where it can say, do you want to opt out of house cleaning, or do you want to do it every other day? So we chose to do it every other day, so we got more towels, which was good. Then you have hooks to hang things. And then here is the shower. This shower is awesome. There is a sliding glass door, which, that's the wrong way. These doors, I think, are technically backwards, now that I'm looking at this. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go like this, and then you open it. But it gets stuck that way, and they've not been doing it that way, so. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it is closed. And I know this doesn't seem right with the way these are, but this door for some reason is super stiff. So they've just been leaving it like this. So in here you have the H2O collection for body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. Julia, you said you've used these?
Yeah, I use the body wash. I'm going to use the shampoo maybe tonight.
So did you like the body wash?
Yeah.
So it smelled really good? Cool. And then there's an area where you can stick some of your toiletries when you are showering. And then this is what the shower looks like. That is a hook over there to dry your bathing suits. I never knew what that was until I probably was a Tim Tracker video. He says you pull that across and you hook it in there, and it'll be a line where you can hang your bathing suits up. And then here there is a waterfall shower head. So you have that. You also have the removable one, which I love. I hate shower heads that just stay there. I want to be able to have a shower head where you can take it off. So I do like that, because then when you want to rinse the rest of your body off, instead of just standing underneath, you can hose yourself off that way. So then here's the tub. And yeah, so that is the room. So I will finish doing it in the mirror style. So that is it for the room tour. We have really been enjoying this room a lot so far. Wow. We've really been enjoying this room a lot so far. I've stayed in a room in building 4, I believe, when I came in 2017. They've done the refurbishment since then. I really, really enjoy this place. When we've been going down for food, it has not been crowded and packed like the value resorts are, and that is something that I really value in moderate resorts. There's a lot of people here, but I don't know what goes on. It's not jam-packed. Same at the bus stops. We have not had to have super long waits also with the bus stops with Coronado Springs when we were at Magic Kingdom last night, or today with Animal Kingdom. So that was a plus, because at Pop Century we would just wait forever at those bus stops. So that is my take on it so far. Some people complain that Coronado Springs, there's a lot of walking involved because it's really spaced apart. You just don't want to really be in the back, which I believe is the Ranchos section. There are 4 bus stops here, and we are in building 5, so bus stop 2 is next to us. If you're in the The tower that's up front that is brand new. I might actually do a little bit of a tour of that one day to walk around in there. That has a stop at the front, that's stop 1. Ranchos in the back has a stop. There's another stop on the other side for the cabana side. So there are stops, but it's just the fact of you having to walk and get food. Now there is a restaurant with the bridge in the middle of the water, which did not exist when I came here in 2017. So by you walking across the water with that bridge, you cut off a lot of time for going to the pool, for going to the food in the main building. So it really divides it up really well and cuts off your walk time. There are 3 pools. We've only been to the dig site so far. There is another pool that is near us. So having those bridges really helps. So I really like Coronado Springs. I highly recommend it. I know some people don't, but I say it's one of the really good ones that a lot of people just don't haven't really picked up on, or they just are so used to going to the other ones that they just prefer that. But I really love this resort. So everyone, that is going to be it for today. So I hope you will come back and see other videos that we have out. So thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.